Here, welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today is Channel Talk time. So let's get straight to it. But actually, before we get to it, quick note. Thank you all for subscribing so much, for supporting the channel. The numbers are growing and it's fabulous. Keep it up. Still, we need to have the viewers to also be subscribed. We still have more viewers that are unsubscribed than subscribed, but keep returning and watching the videos. That's what the analytics say. So guys, please do subscribe if you want to sustain and maintain this channel, because I am posting a video a day as of now, and that requires a lot of work and a lot of time. So in order for me to keep it up and keep it going, I really need your support. So please keep them subscriptions coming. It doesn't cost you nothing. So thank you so much for your consideration. Alrighty, let's move into the comments straight away. First comment is from DXX. How you doing, sweetie? We have the most amazing comment exchanges and chats, D and me. So here's one for you guys, because I want you all to also get a chance to hear what D has to say. So this is D on my Fighting Troll comments video. I will post the link to the video in the description box down below. A very elegant and important video. There are so many things in life which can and do separate us from each other. Socioeconomic status, real or perceived, LOL, language, values, cultural norms, religion, and education too. The funny thing is, a sales assistant can be an educated person or not, and a customer can be an educated person or not. So there are four possibilities or four possible interactions. Two uneducated people often will result in sparks, unless one of them is kind. If there are sparks between one uneducated person and one educated, someone has to take the high road. Anything less is such a waste of time and unhealthy, in my opinion. We have all received poor customer service for lots of reasons too. Lack of staff, lack of training, sometimes a poor attitude, etc. And we need to remember that if anyone has a bad attitude, customer or sales assistant, no matter what kind of store it is, how we handle it says more about ourselves than the offending person. We can go to another store or write a scathing letter to a manager or owner. But if you have to handle badly behaving customers all day, there is little you can do but try your best. Not everyone has the luxury of changing jobs. The thing is, educated people can tell when someone isn't after... okay, sorry guys, let me do this again. The thing is, educated people can tell when someone isn't educated after about 2 seconds. Often before anyone speaks, but certainly right after that. I wish people researched more and read more and stopped getting their world news on fake YouTube channels. Sigh. We live in a time when it is too much work to read through a document or an article. How about a legal document? Your personal power gets flushed away when you need to rely on someone else to explain stuff to you. A book is boring because it takes too long. Double sigh. There is an enormous world of splendor, mystery, excitement, and clarity that these folks are missing. As for the young, ignorant plebeians who troll on YouTube, trust me, their lives take a major turn for the worse once they hit their 40s, if they don't wake up before then. XO. Dear D, I mean, hello. I could not have said it any better myself. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, D. And guys, listen to D. Golden words. Golden words. Golden words. This lady really, really concentrated the whole essence of all the videos that I've been posting, the 10 things not to say in a luxury boutique, my subsequent reaction to the troll comments on that video, and so on and so forth. The battle towards sanity and towards, politeness in an environment where human beings interact with one another, it's a battle worth fighting for, because if we really understand one day what brings us closer together and not separates us is our strength, when we realize that one day, then only then will we have a chance at winning, against politics that separate us, borders that separate us, sick notions of racism that separate us. There is no human being better than another human being. And there is no such thing as race. It's a stupid idea that we've concocted in order to keep a bunch of people rich and another bunch of people poor. If you deny and reject the education of racism, eradicate, delete it from your hearts, your souls, your minds, that's the only way to get rid of it. I had somebody ask me some time ago a question on my channel like, oh, your accent, how you look, your pale skin, you could be from this country, from that country. Where are you from actually, originally? And I don't want to answer these questions. I'm a human being, and when I always answer, I come from planet Earth. If I'm drunk, I feel like I'm a Martian. But other than that, I'm from planet Earth. Where are you from? Also from planet Earth. Oh, how nice. We're both humans. Great, let's talk. Don't ask me where I come from, because I don't like that question. Not because I don't want to tell you my address. You want to know my address? Oh, wait a minute. So if you want to know my address, then you're a stalker. Or, why should I don't know you. I don't even know who you are. You know more about me than I know about you. Why should I give you my address? So if you want to know my address, then ask me for my address and I'll tell you, no, that's none of your business. But usually people ask me for, like, what country am I from? In my mind, there should not be any countries. There's one planet Earth. That's our mother. We're all born on that planet. We're all going to die on that planet. That planet has given us life. It giveth and it taketh away. Once you die, you're going to go back into the ground. Back to where you came from. Each and every one of us, the same way. So, what would it all mean to us once we're dead? Nothing. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It's as stupid as that. You're going to spend your life idiotically thinking that there is a separation, that, oh my God, don't let them in. Heaven forbid, don't let them into our country. There is no your country. There's one planet, and we all live on the same planet. It's the notion of separation of human beings that creates war, hate, misery, and this entire economy that's built on, building weapons to sell to poorer countries and just like sustaining its own economy. It's a parasitic environment where human beings are parasites of other human beings. It's disgusting. We have the power to stop that. But we gotta unite. That's tough. People don't like to unite. People like, to be sold on all those notions of individuality and I'm better than you are and I can grow more powerful than you can and my power, me. Well, as long as we're going to have those egos and set in place like ticking time bombs, there will be no future for us. Moving on. CVIIXCLJ. It's a super complicated name. How you doing, sweetie? I'm sorry if I butchered the name, but I don't know how you pronounce it. CVIIXCLI. Super Jacob, can you do a critique on the death of culture? Oh God, today's channel talk is like super heavy, guys. Okay. Well, there you go. There's a reason why I'm wearing this concocted Jeremy Scott for Adidas, dollar bills flying around, because I think you've understood by now why I'm wearing it, right? And the Jeremy Scott for New Era money cap. All right, so can you do a critique on the death of culture? The 2000s have nothing new to say. Recycling fashion from decades ago. This post-Y2K, post-9/11 youth are dependent on the past. This selling out is cool generation is trash. Well, I mean, you gave me your opinion because you said it's trash. I can tell you, what is my opinion? I mean, I'm stating it in every video I make, you know, guys. Like I managed to smuggle in my fight and battle for truth and quality in every freaking video I post, whether it be a Chanel bag description or when I talk about, you know, gay people being bashed on the street. I just think people need to study more. They have to research more. And I've said this in the past. I can repeat it gladly again. You know, you need... Internet is there. You got to know where to search as well, I know. But like the second you start really researching and reading and reading and reading, and you start realizing that several sources might be repeating themselves, somebody's copying and pasting certain things, you know, some facts kind of have proof, counter-proof, some things can't be proven. So you kind of, with time, you start understanding and filtering through what is right, what is not right, what could be right, what might be right, what is emotionally also fitting to your state. So there's a lot of things to take into consideration. Fact is, well, almost always history is written by the winners, not by the losers. So everything is kind of, you know, partialized. Nothing is really objective. Everything is subjective. Everything, you know. You could look at me and think, oh my God, there's a freak sitting there talking to us. Somebody else can be looking at me and thinking, wow, what a genius he is talking to us. Somebody else could be sitting there and then thinking, you know, this guy is probably high. Or, you know, somebody could be sitting there and thinking, oh God, after 2 seconds, just turning, you know, the channel, going to another YouTube channel. So we all have different perceptions of reality. We all have a different perception of how things are evolving because we're all egocentric. We have this kind of view of the world that begins with us. So everything you see is put in relationship to you. So it's your experience that kind of leads you to make certain choices, to make certain decisions, to make certain judgments. And with time, trust you me, the older you get and the more you realize, oh, well, wait a minute, some things do change. Some ideas might change. I might be thinking this 10 years ago, and 15 years from now, I might be thinking the total opposite because the perception of myself changes with time as well. So, critique on the death of culture. I don't think culture is dead. I'm an optimist, and I'm not an optimist by nature. No, I choose to be an optimist. By nature, I'm a nihilist. But I choose to be an optimist, and I choose to believe in the good of people and all that, yada, yada, you know. And I repeat it to myself like a mantra, because if I wouldn't, I would be a bitter Betty. I would be a bitter bitch waking up in the morning, super frustrated, super depressed, and just wishing something worse upon somebody else than on myself. And I would be grateful to see somebody else in a worse position than I am when I walk down the street so that I can feel better about myself. That's a parasitarian way of living, guys. Get out of that. Snap out of it. It's going to kill you ultimately. It's not going to kill somebody. Just because you're walking down the street and you have a smirk and you're happy that you see somebody that's, you know, worse off than you are, that doesn't make your life better. It actually just attracts negative energy towards you. And with time, you're going to attract so much of it. Chances are you're going to end up having cancer. Get rid of that need, that, you know, obsessive need to compare, always beginning with your inner self and then the rest, you know, and saying, okay, but I could do better, but she has a bag I can't afford, but he's the president of the United States and I'm not, but she's Madonna and I'm not, but, you know, blah, blah, blah. There's always going to be somebody better than you and somebody worse than you. So take that as kind of the concept of understanding that you're always in the middle. You're always going to be in the middle. You're always going to be in between a plus and a minus. Always. So the best you can do is to let it go. And I repeat this like crazy, like every video, but I'm really, it's a mantra and I'm trying to repeat it to myself over and over and over again. You gotta learn to let go. Breathe, let go, you know? I was out with a friend of mine the other night. You know, we were drinking, so yeah, bad me. But from time to time, I like to relax a little. Now, mind you, it was just like Prosecco, nothing, no hardcore stuff. But after a while, you know, we're getting in the mood. We were like, you know, melting down a little. And And she told me, Jacob, well, guys, I mean, this is a different situation right now in front of the camera. It's like I'm talking to one person. And in my mind, I'm usually, well, right now, I'm thinking about CVII. I don't know how this person, if it's a man or a woman, how they look like. I don't know. But I'm envisioning I'm talking to CVII, even though I'm using a plural. So in a way, it's as if I'm talking to that one friend I'm together with in this room at the moment. But because it's a video, I'm looking into the camera right now. So I'm also aware of the fact that I'm going to have a lot of people watching. So my tone, my mood, and everything is a bit more energetic because, the filter of the screen absorbs a lot of energy. So if you were right now for real live in this room with me, you would hear me talking, you would think I'm crazy. Because it's all woo, over the top and live in this room. But once you see me through the camera, it's toned down automatically. The camera does that. It's a thing. So that's why you're going to see a lot of YouTubers. They're all going to be like, like crazy ADD, freaks. And then like if you see them live, they're like, hi, how are you doing? But anyway, okay. So let's see if I could try to change my, voice and everything. Because okay. So she was telling me, Jacob, because we're very rarely alone, just the two of us. Usually there's like a group of people, and a lot of people are there that don't know me personally. So I have a different attitude in that moment when there's a bunch of people. I tend to kind of entertain more, but not because I'm I like to entertain, but I think it's more because it's kind of a protection mechanism. So it's like all smiley and fun and jokes because I don't want to let people, in too close. Because I don't know them, and that's like a protection mechanism. Some people can be bitchy, some people can dress all in black and be like, don't come to me. I'm all like, I'm not that way. I'm all colorful and all but that's also a protection mechanism. You know what I mean? Like if we're like, can we talk? Joe River, can we talk? We're talking really serious here, super honest. So I don't even know if this microphone could like really catch my tone of voice if I'm just talking to her. It's going to be hard for me to switch now because I'm like, my voice is higher and also higher pitched because I'm trying to break that barrier of that screen. But, okay, let's see. This is an experiment now. So I think I would, it's so hard to break out of this, guys. I don't know if you're ever interested in seeing this, but it's an interesting experiment. Voice change, hard. I'm still pitching it. Because I can't take away I can't stop knowing that the camera is there. So I'm automatically in a different zone. It's so hard. I'm going to have to exercise this and maybe like do another video just on that exercise because I think it's super interesting. Well, it is to me. Actually, let me know in the comment section down below if I should do this, like for real, like make an entire video on it because it will require exercise, definitely. And maybe I would need a live person with me in the bunker. And that's going to be difficult because the live person in the bunker is not going to be so used to the camera like I am. So they're probably going to feel uncomfortable. So it's not going to be easy to kind of put us on this, on the same level and just try to really forget that the camera is there, which is something I've noticed happens after a couple of days. Old TV show. I mean, they still show it in some countries, but I don't even think anybody watches it anymore. But Big Brother, they all come in, they're all super aware of the cameras and everything. And then after a couple of days, they're just so everywhere, these cameras, that you just kind of forget that they're there. And you just like begin to be, the normal you, right? And I think like much time is needed. And also, all of these like 4K or not 4K, but anyway, all these HD cameras, they all have this like thing implemented in them. The chip warms up. So what happens is they all turn off automatically after 23 minutes. At least mine does. So I kind of know that the videos, and actually we're reaching 19 minutes and 31 seconds right now. So it's a problem. I'm going to have to stop the video anyway. Otherwise the camera's going to stop it for us. So that kind of kicks me out as well. There are ways of kind of going around that, but I would have to buy so much more equipment. I don't have the money for that at the moment to kind of build this entire computer thing that kind of records the video without the camera really recording. So I could just leave the camera on and just use it as an active lens that filters through images into this special recording device, whatever. Anyway, I'm not going to bother you with that. But so back to the speech. So she was telling me that she loves being alone with me because I'm more relaxed. And it's true. And I said, you know, if I would have to describe myself to you, I am always water. Always water. And when I am alone with somebody I care for, somebody I completely trust, I become like a beautiful, you know, fresh, silent, not silent, but, you know, peacefully flowing little river in the mountains with fresh mountain water. But then if a lot of people are there, I become a waterfall that's mixing salty water, fresh water, and bubbles, and then there's a heat wave, and there's a whirlpool there, and that water just becomes really, really a mess and unpeaceful. And so I'm always water. I'm nevertheless always me, but I can either be all like in motion, or I could just kind of calm down and be still. And me acknowledging all of these differences in my own character, also thanks to the fact that I've been kind of getting more into transcendental meditation lately. And it's been working really well for me. Actually, after I quit my job, it's something that I started doing a lot on a basis of just trying to let go of certain like emotions, because the job was really poisoning me after so many years. It wasn't the best of circumstances, and a lot of like the peers that were supposed to be meant to be peers were just not, it wasn't healthy to work with them, for me at least. It was poisoning me. And I needed that meditation afterwards, and I needed months and months. And I said that in my Why I Quit video. You have to go through that dark tunnel, you know, it's going to cut us off, to get through the light again. Okay, I have to cut it short. It's going to cut us anyway. But let me know in the comment section down below if you wish to know more. If you do, let me know and I'll make another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you like this channel talk, getting to know each other more. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. No matter what, don't you ever give up on love. Love you guys. See you soon. Take care. Bye.